Hello, my name is Josh Miller. Thank you for taking the time to review my application for the Scott Scholars Program for the College of Medicine at the University of Nebraska Medical Center. Question number 4. Collaboration and interdisciplinary teamwork are essential aspects of medicine. Please share examples of situations where you have successfully worked in a team, especially in contexts where diverse perspectives were involved. While at Morningside, I worked successfully in multiple teams. Playing football at Morningside University, I was an integral component in winning 4 conference titles and 2 national championships. Playing both safety and middle linebacker, I learned how to respectfully follow and firmly lead from more experienced veterans. For those not familiar with the details of a football program, there are a few better examples of finely tuned collaboration and interdisciplinary teamwork. Coordinating 11 players on the field at one time requires immense collaboration. If one man fails, he or one of his teammates is likely to get physically punished for his mistake. The threat of literal physical violence is a great mentor in pounding in the importance of effective, efficient collaboration. While at first glance football may seem like a uniform group of men, a broad range of disciplines and perspectives are necessary to build a great team. The skills and techniques that linemen master over years of practice are vastly different from the disciplines of playing cornerback, running back, or middle linebacker. Different jobs require different people. It takes a group of diverse players outstanding in their respective disciplines to make a great team. Also, as editor of poetry for The Kiosk, the university's creative writing journal, I gained valuable experience in working in a much smaller yet still impactful team. I was charged with forming the poetry board, and I selected the group from various backgrounds. Naturally, the board included some English and writing majors, but it also included people from biology, religious studies, nursing, and music. This combination of diverse perspectives allowed us to better evaluate and ultimately publish high-quality poetry. Through precise dialogue, intuition, and active listening, the poetry board worked effectively to publish the best poetry Morningside had to offer. Furthermore, as the editor of Science for the Morningside Review, the university's undergraduate research journal, I had the privilege to be a part of a diverse board of editors. Students and faculty from the humanities, social sciences, agriculture, arts, and STEM made up our board. Together, we evaluated the submitted works, reviewed, edited, re-reviewed, and re-edited the submissions, offering concise feedback to the authors at every step of the process. Through interdisciplinary collaboration, we helped authors to publish their work in the school research journal. Prompt number 6. This scholarship program will require a significant commitment of time and effort in support of your medicine-related training. How do you plan to balance the demands of this program with your other responsibilities and obligations? Well, I plan on balancing the demands of the program with my other responsibilities and obligations by continuing to practice the things that have earned me a spot at UNMC. While in college, my phlebotomy job would often require that I wake up at 3 or 4 in the morning. Following my morning shift, I would have a day full of difficult classes, football meetings, and then a grueling practice. Few college graduates can demonstrate the discipline and time management skills needed to work in a level 2 trauma hospital while maintaining a 4.0 GPA, winning national football championships, and still finding time to do independent research and go on mission trips. The habits and lessons I learned in college have stuck with me. These habits are the ability to prioritize, organize, and to have the discipline to execute. Prioritization is key. Once you determine the why, the end goal, and the ultimate reason for doing something, everything else falls into place. When things get tough, and they inevitably will, having a clear and worthy reason for pursuing something provides the motivation and strength to endure. Before you determine what you want to do, you must determine why. Once you have the most important thing at the top, you can prioritize your actions into a hierarchy. This allows me to be very organized. A tight schedule is necessary for maximizing productivity and minimizing potential waste. Of course, this does not mean only work and more work and just work, but knowing and keeping myself accountable for when I must work and when I can relax and enjoy other hobbies. Lastly, discipline is required to execute the plan of action, not allowing for the distractions of good but still less important duties. Writing, exercising, and socializing with friends are all excellent ways to pass the time. Yet, being able to sometimes deny these worthwhile pastimes will pay off exponentially in the future. In combination with these 3 key habits, I will learn from my mistakes and seek the counsel of friends, mentors, and teachers to accomplish my goals. Better than most, I understand the absolute necessity of maintaining optimal physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being. Daily exercise, adequate sleep, and sufficient diet are essential for tackling the many responsibilities and obligations of being a Scott Scholar in medical school. Prompt number 7. In your opinion, what qualities and characteristics make an exceptional medical professional, and how do you embody or aspire to embody these qualities? Within the medical field, the ability to understand how a patient is suffering is essential. The words sympathy and empathy are often used to describe this ability. However, there is a distinct difference between the two. While most medical professionals can sympathize, that is, they can cognitively comprehend, they can't truly understand all of the emotional aspects of the patients they are caring for. I, however, can empathize with patients. I have had the misfortune, but what now appears to be a blessing, of being a patient for a large portion of my life. Throughout high school and college, I have had 11 orthopedic surgeries. I understand when you are confused and scared and don't know if you're going to be able to provide for your family because of your medical condition. I get it when you worked your butt off in physical therapy and followed the doctor's orders to a T, only to get the devastating news that you have to have yet another surgery. I can empathize with you when your parents, your coaches, your significant other, and your teammates shun you because they think that you are just faking or that you just want more attention. I get it because I've been there. I can more than just cognitively understand your situation. I can empathize with you because I have experienced the turmoil of emotions that you are going through myself. Next, excellent communication skills are key to being an outstanding medical professional. Communication involves both speaking and listening. And at Mercy One Siouxland Hospital, I learned how to relay information and carry out precise instructions as a phlebotomist during traumas and codes, and how to coordinate with other phlebotomists to get several floors of patients drawn during morning runs. While on the football field, I sharpened these skills, commanding the defense. As a middle linebacker, I had to be attentive to what the safeties were saying behind me and what the linemen were saying in front of me. Using this information along with what I saw with my own eyes, I had to quickly and authoritatively make decisions. If I failed, not only was my team likely to fail, but I could put people in danger of getting hurt based on what I communicated. Again, there's nothing quite like the threat of physical violence as a motivator for high-quality communication. As the editor of poetry and editor of science, I had to articulate well-thought-out critiques and rationale for accepting or rejecting work, while also comprehending what my team thought and eventually coming to an agreement. Now, working as a floor manager at Solarion, I routinely solve problems on a time crunch and coordinate with associates to get events covered to ensure high-quality, punctual data is collected. Another essential skill is mental toughness or resilience. While less commonly sought after, I think these capacities are pivotal in making great healthcare providers. The pandemic demonstrated how intense and difficult the healthcare field is, with long, physically taxing hours and shifts rife with stressful emotions. Providers can be called to work harder than nearly any other vocation. Physical, but more importantly, mental toughness and resiliency are essential. Throughout my life, I have grown in resiliency. During my high school career and college athletics, as I mentioned before, I had to overcome 11 orthopedic surgeries. These surgeries, some major and some minor, allowed me to grow in mental and physical toughness. I had to remain mentally tough and forge ahead to earn my spot back on the team, while also maintaining a positive attitude and enduring the seemingly endless cycle of cortisone shots, operations, and physical therapy. The resiliency, effort, and toughness I demonstrated each day were rewarded by winning a state title in high school basketball and 2 national championships in college. The ability to get back up, regardless of the circumstances, to react calmly and confidently to whatever the world has to offer, is an invaluable skill that I embody. These qualities of empathy, communication, and resiliency are necessary to become an exceptional medical professional. Number 8, what are your long-term goals in the field of medicine? How does the scholarship program align with those aspirations? One of my main goals is to be a physician leader. Beginning in high school, I had the privilege to annually participate in leadership camp, growing in leadership skills, not just intellectually, but physically and spiritually. This camp was and still is a profound experience to this day. I look forward to becoming a better leader each time I go and hope to provide the same experiences for the younger developing campers. Additionally, as both a safety and middle linebacker, I had the privilege of calling the defense. That is, organizing my teammates into a particular blitz, position, or defensive package. Off the field, I led my teammates on 2 mission trips as a student at Morningside, tripling our mission numbers from the first trip to the second. The Scott Scholars Program would allow me to sharpen my leadership capabilities to change Nebraskan healthcare for the better. Next, I feel called to be a well-rounded physician. As I learned from my liberal arts education, a well-rounded individual can tackle problems in the manner most suitable for resolving it. I want to be able to use my systematic knowledge of the human body to treat patients. Additionally, I will use more creative approach when encountering uncommon problems. Using my logical thinking and creative skills, I hope to use both intuition and medical facts to remedy the specific challenge each patient faces. Like every physician, I strive to be excellent at whatever specialty I match into. Being a well-rounded physician will help me to treat each person as a whole person, not just treat their physical ailment. Being highly skilled in multiple capacities will allow me to form a relationship with the people seeking my help and to never have a bad patient review, always exploring and explaining options to patients to treat them as people, not just problems to solve. Lastly, it's no secret that Nebraska has a large underserved rural population. As a physician, but primarily as a citizen of the great state of Nebraska, I will work to eliminate the consistent lack of healthcare available to underserved populations. Through my mission work in Sioux City, as well as throughout Latin America, I have learned how to complete the mission while also forming lasting relationships with colleagues and the people who are assisting. Through the Pre-Professional Health Club, I learned how to initiate projects as well as the importance of simply showing folks the opportunities they have available to them. Lastly, through my independent research, I utilized what I had learned in the classroom to learn more about and develop a manner in which to better serve the citizens of Sioux City and the surrounding areas. Through mission work, patient education, and technological innovation, I aim to alleviate the problems faced by Nebraska's underserved populations. Being a Scott Scholar would empower me to be a well-rounded physician leader working to solve problems that plague Nebraskans. Prompt number 9. How do you plan to leverage the opportunities and resources provided by this scholarship program to maximize your leadership, learning, and growth in medicine? First, I will optimize the opportunities and resources offered through this program by showing up. My dad often says, 80% of life is just showing up. While much more is required, just being present, utilizing and attending all the extracurricular events available will allow me to capitalize on exceptional resources and opportunities. Next, I will seek out strong mentorship from professionals who share the same aspirations and interests. Mentors are essential in providing wise guidance along the journey and can assist in making pivotal career decisions. In addition to pursuing mentorship, continual networking will assist in maximizing opportunities. By staying up to date with new research opportunities, I can take advantage of any new and uncommon paths. To help focus and optimize my time in medical school, I will regularly reflect. Using feedback from my teachers, mentors, and classmates, I can more objectively ascertain areas in which I need to change and areas where I can keep forging on. And lastly, I plan to maximize my understanding and growth through practice. Practice does not make perfect, but precise, intentional, dedicated practice does make perfect. I will leverage every opportunity and resource by practicing and developing the social, emotional, and design thinking skills necessary to create positive change in this great state. Lastly, prompt number 10. Is there anything else you would like the scholarship committee to know about you, your experiences, or your aspirations in relation to health design thinking and practicing medicine in Nebraska? The goal of this program is to equip physicians with the social, emotional, and design thinking skills necessary for impacting change in Nebraska. My unique life experience has allowed me to practice these skills. As a national championship football player, I demonstrated the capacity to view and solve problems while physically and mentally exhausted. As a 4.0 student, I learned how to design and conduct research systematically and linearly. As editor of poetry and editor of science at Morningside, I developed skills to solve problems in intuitive, emotional, and imaginative ways. As a constant missionary, I physically went out and changed the world for the better. All of these experiences have helped me to better serve my community, and through the help of this scholarship, I hope to continue to do the same as a physician. Thank you for your consideration. I look forward to hearing back from you soon. Sincerely, Josh Miller.